Well, there, ladies and gentlemen, goes anti-consumer. Some of you may wonder what the hell I'm talking about. So, what I'm about to say, I'd like to divide this into 4 parts so it's easier to follow. First of all, what happened? Secondly, why did this happen? Thirdly, why does this matter? And finally, the most important part, what can we do about it? So, first of all, what happened? Well, this is what happened. About 3 weeks ago, Anticonsumer, who is a very popular user of YouTube with over 2,000 subscribers, suddenly had his or her account closed down. Several of us, of course, noticed this, as when we tried to go to his page, we just got a message, this account has been suspended. So we started writing to YouTube. Now, we've had no serious answers from YouTube about why this account should suddenly disappear from YouTube. Unfortunately, Anticonsumer, him or herself, has not appeared to explain things to us. We have subsequently found out, and this was through another user, that a small video production company called First Run Features had filed a copyright claim saying that Anticonsumer had posted one of their videos which was covered by copyright. And so I wrote to First Run Features, as they have a page on YouTube, and I asked for them for their perspective on this. They said that they had complained about this video, which was covered by copyright, being posted by Anticonsumer, and I think this is fair enough. And they added that they had by no means asked for Anticonsumer's account to be suspended. So it seems like this was, no warning was given to Anticonsumer, as far as we can tell, and the entire account was closed down for one copyright issue on one video. So basically that's what happened. So the second point, why did this happen? Well, the answer to this question is really that we don't know. We can only speculate about what happened. Now, I'm saying here that I think this is censorship. Some people might think that I'm going over the top. Some people might think that I'm a kind of conspiracy theorist, or I'm paranoid about this. And I really don't think this is the case, and I'd like to tell you why. The kind of thinkers that were posted by Anticonsumer were people like Chomsky, Neil Postman, and Slavoj Žižek, a Slovenian philosopher. These thinkers were highly critical of the consumer society that we live in. And people like Chomsky, for example, were already subject to censorship in other areas. Chomsky is pretty much blacklisted from the print media in the United States, for example. Now, I'm not. The issue here is not whether you agree or you don't agree with Chomsky's views, because we're talking about whether he should have the right to express those views, which is a different question. So, was this because Google has recently taken over YouTube? We don't know, again. It's a possibility. Was it because the advertisers don't like Anticonsumer messages appearing next to their advertisements? Was it because of the influence of political friends of Google or the administration of Google? We don't know. So, a lot of questions in the air, but one thing is, I think we can be pretty sure of now, is that it's censorship. Until YouTube give us good reasons to believe otherwise. So my third point now, why does this matter? And I think you'll already have an idea of why this matters. Obviously we're dealing with an issue of free speech here. I think that YouTube has been an amazing opportunity for democracy, in that it's opened up for the first time video media to opinions which would normally not get expressed on the mainline media, especially on television, but also in the press. Now, I think this is a major step forward for democratic societies. It's all the more important because there are now millions of people who use YouTube and depend to a large extent on YouTube for the kind of world vision that they develop. So this seemed like a great opportunity for a new media on which free speech was a reality for once. And it would seem now that suddenly everything's closing in. And corporate censorship, political censorship, whatever it is taking over here as it has done in other media. So, brings to my final point, which is, what can we do about this? Well, already now for nearly 3 weeks, a group of us have been making videos about this question and trying to spread the word as widely as possible and tell people what's happened. Incidentally, this is not the only case. There's another account called Freedom and Democracy, which has also been closed down. I just mentioned that in passing. It would seem that there's a creeping kind of censorship coming here we really need to resist against. So I would say to you, make your own videos about this. Tell as many people as you can that you know on YouTube about this. Contact YouTube yourself. Protest. You can write to CitizenTube, that's the username. You can write to YouTube Help also. Get in touch with big name users, and there are people with several thousand, obviously people with thousands of subscribers who can make a lot more impact than I can with my 47 subscribers at the present moment. If we can get somebody, for example, like the Resident on our side, to make a video about this, about YouTube censorship, this is what's happening. You know, the Resident is somebody who has she has quite a critical stance on the consumer society already, so she might be willing to help us. I've written to her, but I haven't received a response. Make a lot of noise about this. If you have contacts in the media, in independent media, in other media, you can perhaps try to contact them. If you know how to set up a petition online, then we could do with your help as well. That would be very useful. And any other ideas you can come up with, really. I think we can be creative about this. So just to sum up, I think this is something important. We're protesting in favour of free speech against the censorship of opinions. We're not against censorship for pornographic material, for hate speech, or for any of that kind of thing. Obviously, we're not talking about that. We're talking about people not being allowed to express their opinions publicly in the public sphere because people who are controlling this media don't agree with them. So it's up to YouTube to prove us wrong on this. So far they're not doing a good job of this, and they're increasing the suspicions. So let's make a big noise about this. Let's not allow this to stand, and I just really hope there'll be a lot of people who will come out and support us on this issue. Thank you.